video. I'm Vinudhi Wahalathanthri and I'm here with my 29th question set from the DBMS question series. So in this video, we are going to talk the questions about the database we created in question set 16. So that's exam marks DB. So we are going to answer these questions using queries such as insert queries, update queries, delete, search, join queries, and subqueries. So I'm going to type these queries using the SQL software. So let's see what are the questions we have to answer regarding this question set. So our first question is, find the all marks obtained by the students in all the subjects in the first term to the integer. So this question is a bit new. So they are asking us to find the marks obtained by the students in all subjects for the first term to the integer. So what does this integer mean? So an integer is a whole number. So decimals are not integers. So when they say integers, we can't consider decimals. So we only need the whole numbers. So now I'll be using a condition called cast for this. So we use this cast condition to convert one data type to another data type. So let me show you how I'm going to use this condition and answer this question. So this is my exam marks DB database and these are the tables I have created. So let's begin by giving select all from exam marks DB. So that's our database name dot student exam mark record. So that's our table name. So all the marks are stored in the student exam mark record table. Now I will inner join the tables we need. So we only need the exam term table because we need to filter it for the first term. So this exam term table is foreign keyed in the student exam mark record table. So it's foreign keyed in the student exam mark record table. Exam term ID column. So it's equal to the term ID in the exam term table. Now I will filter this. So I'll filter this by giving the where condition where the exam term dot term name should be equal to first term. Okay, so our query is still not complete. Now we have to find the integer. All the integers for all the subjects. So now for this, I'm going to use our new condition, cast. So we use this cast condition to convert one data type to another data type. So inside this brackets near the cast condition, I'm going to take our marks as unsigned. So unsigned means no decimals. Okay, so now y'all can see that it has appeared in the color of purple. So now our query is complete. Let's execute it. Okay, so now y'all can see that over here, this is the output for this question. So these are all the integers of the students who have scored for all the subjects. So y'all can see that there are no decimals over here. So these are all the integer values from the marks from this student exam mark record table. So this is the answer for the first question. Let's move on to our second question. Find the average two decimal places in the marks obtained by the students for the first term mathematics subject. So now they are asking us to average two decimal places in the marks obtained by the students for the first term mathematics subject. So over here, we are going to use another new condition. So we are going to use this round condition. So I think y'all have learned this in mathematics when y'all were small. So we learned this rounding off for the nearest multiple. So like that, this is a bit similar for it. So let me show y'all how I'm going to type this query. So I'll begin by giving select all from exam marks DB, our database, dot student exam mark record table, and I'll execute and keep it. Okay, so now I will inner join the tables we need. So we need exam term table and the subject table to get the final result. So first I'll inner join the exam term table, which is foreign keyed in the student exam mark record table. So it's equal to the term ID in the exam term table. So likewise, I will inner join the subject table as well, because we need to filter it by giving mathematics as the subject. So it's also foreign keyed in the student exam mark record table subject ID column. So the reference table is subject and it's equal to the ID in the subject table. Now I'll filter it. So I'll give the where condition where the exam term dot term name should be equal to first term. And next, I'll give the end condition, the subject dot subject name should be equal to mathematics. Okay, so now I have filtered it by giving the term name and the subject name. So now I will remove this star which indicates all and give our new condition, so the round condition. So I'll give the round condition over here and give brackets, and then I'll take our average condition, ABG in short form, and inside that I will again give some brackets, and then inside abbreviations I'll give marks. And then as we need two values, I'll give 2 over here. Now our query is complete, so this is how it should look like. So let's execute it and see what happens. Okay, so now this is the answer for the second question. So y'all can see that the average mark or the average decimal mark has come like this. So this is the answer for the second question. So they have asked, find the average two decimal places in the marks obtained by the students for the first term mathematics subject. So now we have obtained the mark for it. Let's move on to our third question. What is the lowest mark obtained for science in all term examinations of all the students in class 11A? So I'll open a new query tab for it and give select all from exam mark CB dot student exam mark record table, and I'll execute and keep it, and now I'll inner join the tables we need. So we need the subject table, the student table, and the class table. So first I will inner join the subject table, which is foreign keyed in the student exam mark record table. And next I will inner join the student table, which is foreign keyed in the student exam mark record table. So it's equal to the index number in the student table. And likewise, I will inner join the class table. So we can't inner join this class table without inner joining the student table. Why? Because the class table is foreign keyed in the student table. So it's equal to the ID in the class table. Now we have done inner joining the tables we need. Now let's begin to filter this by giving the where condition. So I'll give where subject dot subject name should be equal to science, and the class name class dot class name should be equal to 11A. Now I'll remove the star which indicates all, and I'll take the minimum mark. Okay, so now I'll execute this query. So this is the answer for the third question. So 23.5 is the minimum mark obtained for science for the students in 11A. So let's move on to our fourth question. Find the average of the marks obtained by Amanda Moses in the second term mathematics, science, and Sinhala literature subject. So let's see how we are going to answer this question. So I'll open a new query tab for this and begin by giving select all from exam marks DB dot student exam mark record table, and I'll execute it. Now I'll inner join the tables we need. So first we need to inner join the student table, which is foreign keyed in the student exam mark record table. So likewise, I have inner joined the student table. So in this method, I will inner join the rest of the tables. So likewise, I have inner joined all the tables we need. So the student table, the subject table, and the exam term table. So now I'll begin to filter this by giving the where condition. So I'll give where the student's first name should be equal to Amanda. And her last name should be equal to Moses. And the exam term name should be equal to second term. And we don't need to give the subject, so they're asking us for all the subjects, so I'll just give the exam term name only, so it's second term. Okay, so now I'll remove the star which indicates all, and I'll take the average mark. Okay, so now our query is done. Let's execute it. So the average mark obtained by Amanda Moses for second term is this. So it's a bit huge, but it's okay because it's the answer for this question. Let's move on to our last question from this question set. Find the average two decimal places in the marks obtained by the students in class 11A in the second term for all subjects. So now we have to do something which is a bit similar to the second question. So let me show you how I'm going to type this query. So now I'll open a new query tab for it. So I'll begin by giving select all from exam mark CB, that's our database name, dot student exam mark records. And now I will inner join all the tables we need. So first I will inner join student table, student, which is foreign keys in the student exam mark record table in the student index number column. So it's equal to the index number in the student table. Next, I will inner join the exam term table. So it's also foreign keyed in the student exam mark record table in the exam term ID column. So it's also equal to the term ID in the exam term table. That term ID. So next, we have to inner join the class table because we had to filter it by giving the class name as 11A. I'll inner join class name, class on student dot class ID is equal to the ID in the class table. Now I'll filter it by giving the where condition. So first I'll give the class dot class name should be equal to 11.8. Next, so next we'll give the exam term as second term. And exam term dot term name should be equal to second term. So now they are asking us to get the average. So they are telling us to get the average to decimal places. So it's quite similar to our second question. So I'm going to use the round condition, give brackets, and inside that I'm going to get the average. And then again, I'm going to give brackets, and inside that I'm going to take the marks. And out of the brackets, comma 2. And now I'll execute it. So the answer for our last question is 76.52. So that is the answer for our last question. So this is the answer for our first one, second one, third, fourth, and the last question. So that's all for this question set. So I hope you understood what I explained. So thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. So I'll be back with a new video. So until then, have a nice day and bye.